Hi, I'm Jeff Bermudez.
And I'm Omar Kadri.
Welcome to the Collective Journey.
Join us as we explore some of the most promising talents, thought leaders, and change influencers in our city and beyond.
As we uncover these hidden gems, I hope you'll find that they're people just like you and I, with hopes and dreams and gifts that they would like to show to the world.
It is our mission to share their work, to share their story, and to appreciate what our community is capable of producing.
This is my adventure.
This is your adventure.
This is our collective journey. Welcome to the very first episode of the Collective Journey. On this show, we take people from our community and share with the world what they have to offer. Today, I've chosen to speak with Navin Abraham, a student and young professional. Navin has decided to create content on YouTube through his very own channel. Given his current commitments, this channel is a project and challenge that he welcomes with open arms. Let's have a listen. What is your channel called?
So my YouTube channel is called Supreme Navin.
Nice.
So basically, Jeff, I recently started this YouTube venture. It's been in the making. I've been planning it since September. And, I really wanted to do something different. Lately, everything's just been about school, business, and I wanted to get my creative juices flowing. I wanted to start having fun, and doing something different and stepping out of my comfort zone and showcasing my talent and my creative vision and what's going in the mind of Navin Abraham,
Okay.
And I feel like at heart, I'm still a child, like I still watch Dragon Ball Z. I still love Naruto and I still love all that cartoons and stuff. And I love having fun. So that's why I wanted to do something different. And in high school, I took a lot of these, film classes, so I do have some experience in, filmmaking and, editing and all that stuff. So I wanted to go back to my roots and get something going again and get out of my comfort zone and try something new because like to be honest, Jeff, I think like the whole purpose of life is like always being the best version of yourself, always growing as an individual and always striving for better.
Okay.
And I want to learn more about different types of people, different cultures, different ideas, I think that's what life is all about, as well as like being a student as well, bouncing ideas, sharing, learning how, experiencing a new different kind of life,
Okay. And obviously with the YouTube channel, a lot of people are going to learn who you are.
Yes, absolutely.
But what I wonder about is, you said that you're extroverted.
Yes.
And so you wear everything on your sleeve, and so everyone gets to see who you are.
Absolutely.
You're loud-spoken and,
Yeah.
and confident.
Yeah.
For the people that know you,
Yeah.
if they were to watch your YouTube channel, are they going to learn anything new about you? Or what things would you like them to learn about you that they may
Absolutely.
not already know?
Yeah, great question, Jeff. So most people like that are watching usually know like the characteristics of me because I'm very transparent and like that's me, like how I portray myself on the YouTube channel, that's all natural, that's all me, I'm not putting on a show or anything, but like there's a side to me that, I feel like not everybody is understanding 100%, and, I want to, everybody knows that like, I can be fun and immature and like be funny, but at the same time, like, so that's why I want to show, like everybody sees that in who's in my life, but I want the world to see, that I want to bring those positive vibes to everybody. So that's why I have the vlogs. But for the podcast and like other shows that I'm going to do on my channel,
Yes.
I want to showcase, the knowledge that I've learned over the years and like the intelligence side of Navin, So I have two sides to me, I feel like I have, like an outgoing, funny personnel, and then as well as, an individual that you can have very intelligent conversations with, So I think you'll see, hey, yeah, that's the Navin I know, and then at the same time you'll be like, okay, there's something new there. I
Okay.
see.
So if I were to go to Stratford,
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say you're from Stratford, right?
Absolutely, 100%. Stratford, born and raised.
Oh, okay. If we were to visit your high school and show people Well, not visit your high school because they'd be gone.
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
were to visit your friends from high school, friends from your childhood, and we showed them the Supreme Navin YouTube channel, what do you think they would say? Would they say like, "Oh, this is kind of surprising. I didn't think he was a type," or would they say, "Of course he would have a YouTube channel"? Like, what do you think they?
Great question, Jeff. So majority of them, firstly, already know of the YouTube channel because I consulted all of them before.
Okay.
But they'd be if you came across individuals who I don't really hang out with anymore, but told them I started a YouTube channel, they'd be like, "Of course he did." You know, they're like a lot of people, say I have the personality to do it. So yeah, a lot of my friends. 99% of the people are supportive,
All right, so it's not a surprise at all.
Yeah, not a surprise at all.
Okay. Now I see that you rep Toronto a lot.
Yes. Toronto's my city, man.
Is that your city as well?
Yeah.
Second city.
Second, no. I think London's my second city. Toronto's my third city.
Third city.
Yeah.
But it's the one hitting all the headlines because they're so good in the NBA right now.
Absolutely. Not just NBA, man. The Leafs. Shout out to the Leafs. The Jays, hopefully we get a W with the Jays. And then, we got the Toronto FC, the Toronto Argonauts. I'm a big supporter of Toronto. You got Drizzy. Shout out to Drizzy. The Weekend, we got a lot of talent there for entertainment, for business, for finance, for sports. Toronto is where it all happens,
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that. Like when I mentioned sports, I was like, whoa, not just sports.
Yeah.
Culture,
exactly.
Culture, right? Like it's Drake, the Weekend.
The Weekend.
Just the city, the T-Dot, the Six.
Yeah, the Six. It's very diverse, and like everybody's very proud and confident from where they came from if they're from Toronto,
Yeah.
And you don't see that in many places, and that's what I love about Toronto. Everybody's proud to be from Toronto, Canadian,
Okay. All right. Well, just to jump back to the YouTube thing there.
Yeah.
I guess what made you decide to release content, to create content,
Yeah.
to have your own channel? Like what was the eureka moment? Was it something that came up to you out of nowhere, or was it something that was building and brewing for years or for months?
I think a little bit of both.
Okay.
So it came to me, but at the same time it was brewing. I watch a lot of these YouTubers, Jeff. I subscribe to a lot. Like I keep up with all like the YouTube hype, and I subscribe to all these YouTube channels and YouTubers, not just for like daily vlogs, but like educational purposes. And I feel like myself as an individual, I could add to that platform. I could add value. And, I'm not going to do something without purpose. I see that I can add value with my personality, with my characteristics. And not just that, from an entertainment standpoint, from like educational standpoint, with my knowledge as well. I feel like I could share it with individuals and, how I came up, being as I wasn't very the smartest individual, growing up. So that's why I feel like, I've come a long way, and I feel like I can showcase it to the platform.
So you mentioned that it built up, right?
Yeah.
But when did you make that decision? When were you like, I'm going to make a channel?
Yeah.
And I'm going to follow through with it.
So it was planning in September, but when I actually, so I had to do a lot of behind the scenes work. Okay. So firstly, it was like a long process because I had to like do some research on cameras, what is the good cameras, mics, vlogging mics, equipment, and then as well for the podcast and other things here, I had to do a lot of research. So I did the research, and then I did research on how to start the channel, and I actually created the channel in February, and I was like, thought of the name, and I had the logo pre-made. I pre-made it before I created the channel. So as soon as I got almost all the equipment, and then I made the logo, and then I made the channel in February, and then I created the channel, and then that's when I showed it to the world and shared it with all my friends. And then a little bit after that, following that, I released my first couple of videos there. So yeah, it was around February when everything started getting rolling.
Okay.
And started going there.
And in terms of content, you only have the 2 videos. Like
Yeah, I only have 2 videos, and hopefully getting a 3rd and 4th one soon.
All right. And how many platforms do you have your content accessible to? Because I know it's on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube, obviously.
Yeah. And I have an Instagram page.
It's on LinkedIn.
Yeah, LinkedIn. I've been posting on LinkedIn. You got to get I got to get all my sources out, show them all the social medias of what I'm doing. I got to get the word out. So yeah, I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube, of course, and then I'm on Facebook. And soon I'm gonna get some marketing campaigns going.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some Facebook, Instagram ads to targeted for individuals, so that way I can get them to click on the page, and then through that I can maybe convert those users directly link them to the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a little behind the scenes work to do.
Well, it seems like you have your hand in a lot of, places.
Yeah, a lot of places, eggs in a lot of baskets.
That's the
Yeah.
term I was actually looking
Yeah.
for. Okay. Well, we have the two videos that you have there.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a vlog and a podcast. Is there any other format?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for asking me, Jeff. So I haven't really told many people about this. You're actually getting the inside look here and your fans here.
Yeah.
So there's three. I'm gonna break it down. The channel is 3 to 4 series. One series is vlogs when I go on adventures and do something big.
Which is very good, by the way.
Thank you, appreciate it. Then the second series is the podcast. So when I'm gonna interview high intellectual individuals and talk specifically on certain topics for educational purposes. The third series, Jeff, is I haven't really told of many people, is the Try Something New series.
Oh.
So basically, Jeff, I'm going to go out and it's going to be like a little short film. I'm going to try something new, something that you wouldn't see me usually do, so I can step out of my comfort zone and it can encourage me to experience something new. For example, Jeff, I'm not very big on like vegan food and all that stuff. So in one episode, I'm going to go to a vegan restaurant. For another episode, maybe I'll go kayaking or fishing or skydiving, something that Navin Abraham himself wouldn't do, maybe painting, and try something new. And that's going to be a series that I haven't started yet, but I'll get it going in the summertime.
Okay. Is there going to be a karaoke?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thanks for the good. I've never done, karaoke is singing in front of people. So thank you. I'm going to add that to my list.
Poetry slam?
Oh, that's
No?
a good idea. I like writing poetry.
Just throwing ideas out there.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Okay, well, that's cool. So you get the vlog, podcast, and
Try something new.
Try
series.
something new series. You said 4. What was the fourth?
The fourth one is like optional. It's like short films / skits. So like with my friends, it's like all depending on like who would be willing to be in the videos, but it'd be like comedy short. Like Just Rain. Just Rain.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. He's a YouTuber, like Viner
Okay.
from Brampton, and he makes like funny, like stereotype videos and like those types of like skits. I would do something like that.
If it was Vine, I probably would have.
Yeah.
Probably would have seen it.
Yeah.
So I know that we were speaking earlier. You said that we know that you're an entrepreneur. You're entrepreneurial thinking.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And are you like the president of the Fanshawe Business Students
Yes,
Association?
Absolutely. Yeah. So thanks for bringing it up, Jeff. So I'm actually currently the president of the Fanshawe's Entrepreneurship Club.
Yeah.
So it was actually created by a student before me a year previous, and then I took over last year and then this year as well. So yeah, basically the whole point of the Entrepreneurship Club is to expand and build a network of entrepreneurs within Fanshawe College. That was our mission. And last year was a very successful year. And we took it to a new level. We got it more established, and a lot of people knew of our club. This year, not so much. It kind of like dipped a little bit because the lack of interest as well. And unfortunately, in college, the turnover rate is high, so a lot of students are graduating. So we had to like recruit and start like all over again and get new members. And this year it was kind of tough, and as well, like I had some other commitments, which was kind of my fault as well. I couldn't 100% commit to the club this year, so that's why I kind of fell through and wasn't as successful. And like the vice president, he actually went on an exchange for the first semester, so it didn't go through. But like I was very happy with how it went last year, and going forward, we have a name. So the next president, after I'm done, will be able to take it hopefully on a new level.
All right. Well, I wish them the best.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
I'm sure you did a good job. Like,
Yeah, appreciate
the
it.
time that you had, right, with
Yeah.
what you could do.
It was good. It was a great experience.
Okay. In terms of what you want to do with this degree that you're getting from Fanshawe, do you have any ideas? Any general ideas, vague ideas of what you'd like to do with your career?
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Firstly, thanks for asking, Jeff. And so I have a great a long-term idea. Everything I plan is like more for like the future, longevity. So once I graduate from Fanshawe, so I'm pursuing I'm gonna pursue the CSC course. So I'm gonna get my brokerage license. So I'm currently studying business finance. So I got my mutual fund license, and I'm pursuing the CSC designation after. And after that, I'm gonna keep working. So currently, Jeff, we work together at TD. So I'm gonna continue excelling within that position, and then I'm going to, after that, my goal is to do the CFA designation, so Chartered Financial Analyst. So if I do take a career in finance, then first, after I get the CSC designation, after a couple years of banking experience, move up in my position, I want to tackle the CFA position and be like a portfolio manager / financial analyst. So that's the main goal if I choose to continue the career in finance.
Okay. Well, I like how you explained that. It was very, very concise and to the point. It's good how you have that mapped out.
Thank you.
All throughout.
But you know how plans never go through.
Absolutely.
That's life, unfortunately. Like
which we'll get to later as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, you said you're open and that anything can happen in life, which is true.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider, if it got good enough, if it
Yeah.
got big enough, let's say, Supreme Navin with the takeoff,
Thank you.
are you willing to jump ship and just put that whole finance career on hold as you pursue like an internet stardom?
120%. 120%.
Okay.
That's the whole purpose of, like, not the whole purpose of why I started the channel, but like doing like if I could leave, the corporate life to pursue a career that I can have fun with every day, damn right, Bermudez.
Okay.
I'll leave. I would pursue that for sure. Like having fun, creating content, being creative every day.
Yeah.
And stepping out of my comfort zone. I would love to do that.
Awesome. Okay, and you mentioned as well that you don't want to set expectations that high. But I know that when you create like this is basically a brand. It's a
Yeah.
brand. It's your baby. It's your
Thank
project.
you. I appreciate it.
It's your hobby.
Yeah.
What's the ultimate vision? When you started it and you decided that it was something you were going to do and follow through with.
Yeah.
What was the grand vision?
So the end of the map, basically. The grand vision, Bermudez, was, just like you said, to create a brand out of myself, and showcase my talents. And, eventually, be an influencer, kind of like a little bit of, like Russell Brand / Joe Rogan.
Okay.
And then as well, like do, some short films, and get into maybe a TV show or acting or something like that.
Like comedy skits?
Yeah, or something like that,
Okay.
something fun, and that was like the grand vision, to have like to create a business out of it.
Okay, so did you envision just for example, obviously,
Yeah.
1 million followers monetized by YouTube? Was that like the ultimate goal?
Yeah, like a few million subscribers monetize. Like even if I get like a few, if I get over 1,000, I can start monetizing. So I like
Over
but-
1,000?
Yeah,
That's
you just
it?
need So before though, Bermudez, you could monetize with one subscriber.
Oh,
but now you need like they made the threshold higher, so you need a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, and you need like a certain amount of watch time. But yeah, the goal is to get monetized, and create a brand, and to create a platform where people can come to my channel to learn new things, and for entertainment purposes as well.
1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
That's less than I imagined for
Oh, really?
monetization. Yeah. no.
Really?
I mean, I guess it's a fair amount. 1,000.
Yeah, but
1,000
before it was zero though, and there's a lot of small channels
That's crazy.
that got like kind of screwed because, like the new threshold now,
Okay.
so it is getting harder and harder, and social media will be its smallest it has ever been right now.
Oh, okay.
If you think about it, because social media is just going to get bigger and bigger. It's not going to get smaller. So it is very competitive.
All right. Well, best of luck.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate it, man.
You already have like 100 odd followers.
108.
10% there. 10.8%.
Yeah,
there.
10%.
We got that.
Yeah, almost.
Now we'll get to the plugging period
Yeah.
later on, but I said that we'd touch upon this earlier.
Absolutely.
You mentioned that life doesn't usually go according to plan, right?
Yeah,
And we all understand that. Do you have any regrets in life? Do you find that there's anything that you wish you knew when you were younger? And
120%.
what are the things that you find would have maybe changed your life had you known what you know
Yes.
now?
Absolutely. Like, in life, Bermudas, there's always, like, it's always a learning process. You're always learning new things.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could tell my younger self, a few things, like most entrepreneurs do, I would definitely tell him to do a lot of things differently regarding handling situations with friends and family, regarding career-wise, educational things, and financially.
Okay.
Like when I was younger, I was always working, and I always used to waste my money on like fresh clothes and like fitted caps and like all this rubbish things. And if I could go back and tell myself, to invest that money to look for the future, or invest it in better things, then I would definitely do that. And not just that, Bermuda's like if I could tell my like high school self, to take school a little bit seriously. I would definitely, if I could go back in time, I would as well tell my high school self to, pay attention and focus more in school. And then that way I could have, been at university, doing something bigger, and the horizon would be the doors would be, there would be a lot more doors that would open.
I think those are good lessons to learn. But,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't be Supreme Navin today if those mistakes weren't made. So,
Yeah.
well, we'll look on the positives for that.
Yeah.
Now, growing up in Stratford, I don't know what the main demographic is there. Like, if we can be politically correct.
No.
A lot of minorities in there?
No, there's
No.
not many minorities. So being in Stratford, I love Stratford. It's a very beautiful city, but it's like I feel like I came from, nothing. Coming into these bigger cities. When I go to these big cities, like I travel a lot,
Yeah.
but like I feel like a nobody. When I go out into like places in Dubai, India, America, even in Toronto, I feel so much different, and it's just like, I feel like Stratford was a box that I had to get out of,
Yeah.
and like a lot of the people in Stratford, don't get me wrong, I love a lot of people there, but I feel like a lot of people were very one-minded, they just stayed in their box.
Okay.
And I wanted to get out of the box, Bermudas. I wanted to be, I had a bigger picture for my life and for my purpose, and I wanted to escape that box and, do something good and useful and beneficial,
Okay. Well, in terms of how they embraced you, though, did you ever feel like an outsider, or did they embrace you? Did they?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of
So
both.
a lot of people, don't get me wrong, a lot of people embraced me. Like a lot of people embraced the minorities. There's a lot of students, that showed a lot of love because we were, minorities and we were different. And like, I felt like my personality was shaped and blended in with the people from Stratford. But I felt like there was also a side to me that, people never understood, like my humor, my energy. A lot of people didn't like that, and a lot of people, try to tell me to act a certain way, even teachers. I know a lot of teachers, even currently at Fanshawe, they don't like my personality. They don't like how I act, but I feel like that I can bring, some good energy, and yeah. So in that case, yeah, I did feel welcome, but at the same time, I felt, kind of outside of the box, very different.
Okay. And were you born here in Canada? Did you come over? Are your parents?
So yeah, I was born in Stratford, Ontario, Canada, but my background is Indian. So my parents are from India. I'm South Indian. So my parents are from Kerala, South India, which is near Sri Lanka. The native tongue that my parents speak is Malayalam, so we're Malus, South Indian, born and raised in a South Indian home. So yeah, that's where my parents came from.
Cool. Is there anything about being raised by a South Indian parents that people would be shocked to find out? Like, what was the big quirk that you had, at least growing up, that people would be shocked to find?
Well, I don't think it's anything to be shocked about, but like, it's very common, like the traditional, Indian household, very strict, born and raised with manners, a lot of rules,
Okay.
and like you had to really stay in the box, like you have to go to school for this, you have to get a job, you have to marry this girl, that's the kind of the format they live by, and like compared to all the other Indian kids and all our other Indian relatives, like there wasn't many people who were like me, who wanted to do it different, who had a bigger vision, who wanted to do something on their own and follow their own path. It was kind of like yo, you're a rebel, like what are you doing, oh, you're that like prodigal son, I was compared many times to that prodigal son story, but like eventually like my parents saw the vision, the bigger picture, and they're very supportive of me now.
Okay.
But like getting them out of that comfort zone was very tough because with everybody, Jeff, they're very stuck to their old values and like their own ways,
And as unfortunate as some aspects may be, they hold on to those values.
Absolutely.
Because it's worked for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? But your parents, they know about the YouTube thing and they're fully behind you on that?
Yeah, my mom is 100% with the vlogs. She likes it.
Okay.
My dad, not so much the vlogs, but the podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah, more professional,
So safe to say of the 108, that's two right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm one as well, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, man.
Is
Appreciate
there
it.
anything that you'd like to plug? Social media, YouTube channel? 'Cause this
Yeah.
is your opportunity.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Jeff. So I don't really want to plug myself. I think you've done a great job, asking about me. But I want to just give some advice to everybody. I feel like in life, you should make the best of it. Guys. Like I'd rather live a life, to the fullest than rather, be at my deathbed and have a life of regret. Saying, I didn't do this, or I wish I would have done this, Instead, I'd rather say I tried. That's the whole thing about my channel is, trying to encourage people to get out of their comfort zone. And I can tell that you're getting out of your comfort zone, so I respect that. I respect you doing something differently, going against the grain, doing your thing,
All the time.
and no matter what people say. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me. And I hopefully you guys all have a great day and enjoy the pod.
Thank you for joining us on this episode. If you or someone you know would like to be on the show, contact us through our social media channels. We are on Facebook and Instagram at Collective Journey. And always keep in mind, this is not just my adventure, but it's yours as well. This is our collective journey.